This chilling case still haunts us today, more than 50 years after it began. But who was the killer? What did they want? And could he still be out there? Hi, I'm your host. And let's delve into the dark world of one of America's most notorious serial killers, the Zodiac. You might think that this is a horror movie or an intense thriller, but no, this is real life. And the story is far from over. In the late 60s and early 70s, terror gripped the residents of Northern California as a mysterious killer went on a rampage, leaving behind a trail of cryptic messages that baffled investigators for decades. The late 1960s and early 1970s was a time of significant social and political upheaval. The Vietnam War was raging, the civil rights movement was gaining momentum, and a counterculture revolution was challenging traditional norms. Against this backdrop, the emergence of a serial killer who seemed to revel in taunting authorities sent shockwaves through the nation. Residents lived in constant dread, wondering who might be the killer's next target. Several amateur sleuths have also proposed theories, often based on their own interpretations of the available evidence. Proponents of this theory point to the killer's apparent knowledge of surveillance techniques, encryption, and weapons as evidence of a background in a high-stakes field. Some have even speculated that the Zodiac killer was linked to the infamous espionage case involving the Rosenbergs Julius. This unsettling idea implies a level of organization and premeditation, raising questions about how many people may have been involved in the killings and what their motives were. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, the possibility of a wider conspiracy remains a chilling thought. While the statute of limitations for murder has long since expired, the relentless pursuit of justice continues. For the families of the victims, closure remains elusive. With each passing year, the hope of solving this enduring mystery grows stronger. The possibility that the killer is still out there evading authorities is both terrifying and intriguing. If alive, he would now be in his 70s, which raises questions about his current state of health and ability to evade capture. However, given the lack of concrete evidence, speculation about the killer's continued existence remains just that, speculation. They continue to seek answers and a sense of resolution that has so far been denied to them. His chilling crimes and cryptic messages have become a part of American folklore. While the truth behind his identity remains elusive, the quest to uncover it persists. With each new generation, the Zodiac killer serves as a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human psyche. And Ethel Rosenberg, who were executed in 1953 for conspiracy to commit espionage. In recent years, DNA testing has emerged as a powerful tool in the quest to identify the Zodiac killer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with others. Your engagement means everything to us. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Zodiac killer case? Do you believe there are any new leads or evidence that could finally solve this mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We look forward to reading your insights. Thanks for watching. The unsolved murders and taunting ciphers continue to haunt us more than 5 decades later. As we ponder the question of who the Zodiac killer was, we are confronted with the depths of human depravity and the enduring power of fear. While the killer may never be caught, the pursuit of justice and the quest for answers will continue to drive our fascination with this enduring mystery. However, the chances of obtaining usable DNA from the crime scenes are slim, as many of the evidence samples have been compromised due to age or improper handling. One of the most notable cinematic portrayals of the killer is in the 2007 film Zodiac, directed by David Fincher and starring Jake Gyllenhaal as the lead investigator. The film offers a gripping account of the case, highlighting the grueling efforts of those who worked tirelessly to solve the mystery. Other notable works include the 2006 documentary Zodiac, which features interviews with key figures involved in the investigation, and the 2009 book Zodiac, the complete story of the San Francisco serial killer by Robert Graysmith. Nevertheless, investigators remain hopeful that a breakthrough is possible, and that DNA analysis may one day provide the answers that have eluded them for decades. This theory suggests that the Zodiac killer was motivated by a desire to seek revenge for the Rosenbergs, whom he saw as martyrs for the communist cause. However, despite its allure, there is little concrete evidence to support a connection between the Zodiac killer and the Rosenberg case. These range from the belief that the Zodiac killer was actually a secret agent to the idea that he was an extraterrestrial being. While these theories may seem far-fetched, they reflect the public's insatiable curiosity about this enduring mystery. The pressure mounted on law enforcement to catch the killer before he struck again. Known as the Zodiac Killer, this enigmatic criminal remains a haunting enigma, his identity and motives shrouded in mystery. Join me on a journey through the chilling legacy of the Zodiac Killer, exploring the theories that continue to surround this case even today. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This radical idea challenges the traditional notion of the serial killer as a violent, deranged male. Proponents argue that the killer's apparent knowledge of women's clothing and cosmetics, as well as the brutality of the attacks, point to a female perpetrator. However, this theory has been largely dismissed due to the physical evidence at the crime scenes, which all points to a male assailant. The attack was brutal, and the killer showed no mercy. This was just the beginning. Over the next 2 years, a total of 5 young couples were viciously murdered, each killing bearing the hallmarks of the sadistic and calculating killer. As we delve into the depths of this chilling case, your support means everything to us. Let's uncover the truth together. After each heinous act, he would send cryptic letters and ciphers to the police and media outlets, gloating about his crimes and issuing chilling warnings about future attacks. One of the most infamous of these ciphers, the 340-character-long Z40 message, baffled cryptologists for years until it was finally deciphered in 2020. It read, "I hope you are enjoying the publicity. The invisible ink method is really fun, isn't it? Matter of fact, I'm going to put some invisible ink on this letter so you can see what I mean." While the full contents of the letter remained classified, portions of it revealed the killer's twisted sense of humor and complete disregard for human life. He taunted the police for their inability to catch him, boasting that he had laughed at their efforts all along. The phrase, "the invisible ink method," referred to the way the letter was written. The killer had used a chemical process to make the ink invisible to everyone except those who had special chemicals. As we begin our exploration into the enigmatic world of the Zodiac Killer, it's crucial to first understand the context of his reign of terror. The first confirmed victim of the Zodiac Killer was David Faraday, a 17-year-old high school student who, along with his 14-year-old girlfriend, was shot to death in a secluded area. What truly set the Zodiac Killer apart from other criminals was his penchant for theatrics. As the body count rose and the cryptic messages continued, fear and uncertainty became the norm in Northern California. To date, hundreds of people have come forward claiming to be the Zodiac Killer, but none of these claims have been substantiated. One of the most popular theories is that the Zodiac Killer was a member of the military or the intelligence community. Another intriguing theory proposes that the Zodiac Killer was actually a woman. One particularly disturbing theory suggests that the Zodiac Killer may have had accomplices. Despite the passage of time, advancements in technology have allowed investigators to revisit cold cases with fresh perspectives. In the face of these technological advancements and renewed investigations, many wonder whether the Zodiac Killer will ever be brought to justice. Over the years, the Zodiac Killer case has captured the public's imagination and inspired numerous books, documentaries, and films. Today, the hunt for the Zodiac Killer continues. Law enforcement agencies and private investigators alike are dedicated to unraveling the truth behind these chilling crimes. Now, let's turn to one of the most haunting questions in the Zodiac Killer's saga. Could he still be alive? The legacy of the Zodiac Killer continues to captivate and terrify us. In conclusion, the case of the Zodiac Killer is a chilling reminder of the evil that can exist in our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the dark world of the Zodiac Killer.